Hello, everybody. How you doing? It's a beautiful day here in New Zealand. Just got back from the gym. I could have changed clothes, I guess. This is a little. I was just looking at the screen. It's a little nipply, isn't it? Look at those two diamond cutters. Anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about my new book. I'm going to read the introduction to the book today. In my first video that I did yesterday, I kind of talked about what the book is about. Although I guess this is kind of the same sort of video since I'm reading the introduction. Maybe I'll do a dramatic reading. I haven't decided yet. And in the next video I'm going to talk about what happens after you die and then before you decide to come back to Earth, right? What happens in that interim. I'm not sure I'm right, but I'm 99% sure I'm right because I went there. And I've since done a massive amount of research and things like that. And that's always a topic that fascinates people. And it's really cool, by the way. Also, you don't have to come back to Earth. We chose this. We all roped each other into this thing. Anyway, the book seems to be doing really well. It's only been out a day, and it's already #1 in a bunch of categories. I'll kind of flash them up here on the screen. Now, why did I write this book? Do I have some like weird narcissistic streak where I just need people to read about my adventures? No, that's not it. Although it's a very interesting adventure, as you're going to hear in the intro here. I mean, it's not every day you get to leave your body and go visit the spirit world for a while. So that's worthy of a story in itself. But I hope it's inspirational to people because I think that if you really like look at what's going on here on Earth, there's sort of like this war going on of like love and abundance and awakening versus like fear and scarcity. And fear leads people to do some terrible things. There's many dark facets to the human soul. That's why we keep coming back to try to clean off these facets of the jewel of our soul, right? You know, there's everything from like anger to greed to rage and you name it, right? But the overarching one is fear. And so maybe I've kind of taken it upon myself, and maybe I think there's others out there that are kind of awakened to try to help ferry as many people across the river from fear and scarcity to like love and abundance, because that's really the way. It's a much better way to live, honestly. And it paves the way for your life to become so amazing. Like, I have many theories on life or philosophies on life. And my basic 3 tenets are to like be kind and to be loving and to help other people. Life's not that complicated, you know? Just do that. Yeah, I think about this stuff a lot. And the other thing about the book is I analyze the nature of reality. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Why are we here? Right? And, you know, I've had a lifetime of devout atheism, but now I've combined it with spirituality and my experiences to blend them all together into this beautiful cocktail of what I think is happening in reality. Again, I'm not this devout. I'm not starting a religion or a cult, although I'd be an amazing cult leader, by the way. I have no messianic complex, nothing like that. But this is just my analysis of what's going on and my view of the world. And I think it'll make a lot of sense with you. And it jives very closely with many other things that I've been reading and researching. So I hope it's approachable and understandable and inspires you a little bit. You know, maybe you feel like life is a little lacking. What are we all here for, man? Yeah, I hope it helps to give life a bit of meaning. All right, I'll start reading the introduction here. All right. So I start out every chapter with a quote. Usually I have like a serious quote and then like a funny quote, but I just have one quote here in the intro. It's laughter was the true applause you offered to the world for being beautiful. And that's by Patrick Rothfuss, one of my favorite authors, in his latest book, The Narrow Road Between Desires. Of course, he wrote The Name of the Wind. Anyway, going off topic, here we go. Should I do an accent here? Okay. Let me tell you a story. It begins unexpectedly. No, that's too like Country Bear Jamboree from Disney. Let me tell you a story. It begins unexpectedly. That's too dramatic. I'll just do my voice. Let me tell you a story. It begins unexpectedly. In one moment, I was surrounded by the familiar landscapes of Scotland. In the next, I found myself involuntarily saying 24 magical words, then collapsing. My body switched off, but my soul shot upwards, flying through space to finally reach the spirit realm. I spent some time there, understanding everything, while being showered with love from my soul family in our true home. I felt like I had completed Mission Planet Earth. Obviously, I was sent back into my body because there's more to the mission, apparently. An important note is that they failed to tell me what it is. Since then, I've been figuring out what exactly happened to me, diving deep into the nature of reality. What's actually going on here? I've come to understand what happens after we die, the eternal nature of our souls, and some of the bigger philosophical questions we all have. And it's amazing. In the wake of this experience, I am remembering more and more as I encounter breakthroughs and elegant synchronicities. Writing it all down chronologically has been my way of reordering the chaos and piecing together a mosaic that blends my life studies in science with spirituality. Following an education in an all-boys Jesuit school, yes, I spent the vast majority of my life as an atheist, armed with skepticism and reason. I hope my wild journey serves as a beacon, igniting a part of you that may be dormant or just stirring to an awakening. Following the event in Scotland, my life tumbled and erupted forth like a flash flood, inundating me with one cliffhanger after the next. Besides being in 3 different ambulances, 4 medical facilities, pinned down in solitary confinement by 6 big guys as they ripped down my pants to give me an injection, roughed up by cops, restrained by handcuffs multiple times, enduring 2 mental hospitals on 2 continents in 2 weeks, being strapped down to a hospital bed, screaming silently into the void under the vorpal blade. Yes, regardless of all that undignified stuff, it was an experience of a lifetime where I learned so many things. 95% of the time were some of the most transcendent and incredible journeys I've ever had in my life. The realizations and epiphanies that followed were like navigating through a storm of entropy as I endeavored to map the intricate web of events and insights that unfolded as a cosmic odyssey. I could see people in their past and future lives. Patterns in artwork, previously invisible to me, revealed themselves with striking clarity. My hands would graze over Maori carvings, and I'd be moved to tears by the energy pulsing through them. I discovered humor in the unnoticed corners of existence, learned the intimate whispers of the wind in Wellington, and saw Brooklyn reborn through a newfound perspective. I shared meals with the homeless, found kinship in the most unlikely of places. Aboard a transatlantic flight, I danced with abandon down the aisle, amusing the slightly less flamboyant male flight attendant crew. Dressed in a unicorn onesie, I twirled through the streets, tasting ice cream as though it was the ambrosia of the gods. Yes, there were moments of profound joy, but there was also a darkness I would spare even my worst enemy. By the way, I don't really have an enemy. It's just an expression. Throughout this tumultuous journey, I was buoyed by the unwavering support of friends and family. Their presence was a lighthouse in the storm, and to them I owe an immeasurable debt. Yet, through this crucible, I emerged with what I describe as an upgraded mind and body, equipped with a perspective that continues to evolve with each passing day. About 2 weeks after the spirit realm, I was enmeshed in what the medical community labels as psychosis, a term I find too broad and often unfairly pejorative. Stanislav Grof, a luminary in psychiatry, instead coined the term spiritual emergence for such junctures, viewing them not as crises, but as critical openings for psychological transformation, often triggered by life's myriad complexities. This narrative frames it as an awakening and a passage towards heightened awareness. My engagement with conventional medical treatments for what was perceived as mental divergence has since expanded into a broader exploration of reality's multifaceted multifaceted states. The entire experience was profoundly, the entire experience has profoundly enriched my personal growth, deepening my understanding of the essence of being, the intricate tapestry of consciousness, and the universal force of love. There is a palpable awakening happening all over the earth. Altogether, this was a gift from the cosmos, and I can't wait to take you on the adventure with me. So that's the beginning of the introduction. There's a whole other chunk to the introduction. So that'll give you a bit of a amuse-bouche as to what's happening. I also have a group called Trey's Reading Nook, where you can come in and discuss the book. It's on Facebook. You don't have to just discuss my book. You can discuss anything that you like. Ask me questions, talk about other books, whatever. I see it as an ever-evolving thing, and I'll probably do some live stuff and answer questions and that sort of thing. All right, y'all. Well, that's it for this video. I love you very much, and I hope you enjoy the book. Okay. Ciao, Bella.